got what it takes.
Alright guys, what's going on? It's your boy Tig. Here we are once again with Side Chat. I know last week we missed it, but hey, I had to take a lovely vacation with my girl Asa and it's a bit of 1 anniversary and everything. But we're back. So here we go to Side Chat once again. Bring half of my screen up there. Let me see if we're bringing the usual stuff here. Alright, there you go. So here we go about that. Hey, so shout outs to everybody who's joining in. Yes, we got stuff to talk about. You know, we're gonna talk about the one thing, of course, but and also from what happened to the project over Mike last night. But with that said, it looks like I have Trip in the building. Trip, what's going on? How you
doing? Hey, the Caribbean man with a British accent that has an American mindset. And you know what? Since I have the British accent, let me just say that I probably have a little bit of Irish blood inside me, so any gap that I would make, as in trying to go through my feelings, hey, remember that I'm probably Irish. Let's go call like Joe Biden.
Yep. There you go.
Excuse my emotions.
All right then. So like I said, we know we're gonna talk about stuff and everything, of course, but I want to let Trip, you have any topics that you wanted to get out and say before we go any further with the of course the number one topic of the week, which you can't argue with that one.
Oh yeah, but you know what? Let's make it 2 topics. Let the juicy one come a little bit later. But this one is. Was going to join the Navy. Dejected one, but
okay, give me one.
Well,
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
All right.
In case people can't hear you. No. I got these plays, so I didn't want it to overpower you. Okay, all right, go ahead now.
Yeah. This really blows my mind, but you know what? I have been talking about this, how these these drive-by robbers basically filming themselves of committing the atrocity, but you're going into an enemy combatant and you're going to post your location before you even try to not invade, attack on the internet. I'm like, no wonder you guys got bombarded before before you got the chance to deploy that area that you were trying to okay, for lack of a better word, try to invade. I mean, hey, Redders, did you guys forget the memo that first rule of engagement, or probably second rule of engagement, don't let your enemies know where you're coming?
Where you coming from?
Yeah, coming from. Thank you.
So you can't say when you know they're coming. I was like, what are you talking about? But yeah.
Again, this is my emotion, so please excuse me for my Irish blood.
Got you.
Trying to lighten the mood here.
All right, we got about 11K in the building.
Oh, greetings and salutations, viewers and listeners.
Yep. Yes, it is. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, look, you're correct, and that's what it was. and it's not a good thing at all. I'll tell you that. There you go. We jumped up to 13K now. Oh, we're going fast.
That's
So,
goodness
get,
gracious.
yep, getting back to you. Sorry about that. Just gotta make sure you are on the screen again. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, right now I can say this. The if you bring up that topic, I'll say this. Sometimes it's there's a story that says great people are not made; is how to react to things, and like of course, George Washington or Abraham Lincoln. I have to say, Zelensky was a comedian, and people say he was corrupted and all kind of stuff like that. And again,
Right.
it's not the corrupt that they're thinking about, but they think the same thing as whatever. But again, if you want to play that game, go ahead. But I can't doubt the man for what he's doing right now. I just can't. The man has stayed in Ukraine. He's out there in the front lines. He's out there getting weapons and all stuff for his people. And they give Putin as far as right now, they're giving Putin a hell of a fight.
Run for the money. Or should I say run for his rupee? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Ruples, I mean.
Ruples, thank you.
Yeah. But it's not as easy as he thought. And right now, in some cases, they're pushing back the Russia back. So holy crap. Shout outs to the Ukraine people for doing what they gotta do.
Yep. So
If Zelensky doesn't die and they do come to a real true peace agreement, he's gonna go down in history as one of those guys. Even though a couple of years ago he was a YouTube comedian. Funny how that works out, huh?
Hey, craziest stuff has happened in this world.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause we had a guy who was a TV. Yeah, we voted for a president that was a TV guy, and come to find out, the TV guy was better than the daggone real politicians.
Yes, thank you. Who would have thought? Actually, to be honest, if this was not reality, you would think that we're living in a TV show.
Sometimes it feel like it.
But like I said, like I say, art imitates life, right?
Yep. Because just like you said with the whole thing with Biden, you got the same thing with Maxine Waters, which caught on camera where that crazy chick telling homeless people to go home.
I'm like,
we can't go home.
We don't have a home.
Yep. Like I said, we voted for you to help us. You don't help us and all stuff. And she just laughing at him too. Like, that's what you voted for. You voted for this crotchety old woman, Auntie Maxine. That's the Auntie Maxine. That's the aunt you don't want your kids to be around, cause she's a drug-filled crazy nut job.
Hey, who's the one who said that if they put a glass of water here, they would vote for it?
Oh, that was Nancy Pelosi.
So basically Nancy Pelosi was talking about Maxine Waters.
And AOC too.
Let me stop there.
No, you gotta stop. It is what it is. It is what it is. But, so speaking of that, it's just crazy how that works out in that regard. And so we'll see what happens. I mean, right now, the Russians thought they would have took over Crimea and everything a long time ago, and Kiev, not Crimea, Kiev, and thought, oh man, this will be good and blah blah blah, and they have not taken over yet. So they're doing a good job on something.
Yep. Like you said, gotta give the man props.
Yep. So that's one of the things to talk about. Well, you got another one you wanted to talk about, Trip?
Yeah, but I'd like to go to our wonderful sponsors that are non-existent. But hey, snap on some Slim Jam. The taste is so strong that you feel like you really get smacked by William Smithers.
Really? Oh my.
Really. But yes, to the slap
Oh,
that
Lord.
was heard from around the world. Oh,
Okay.
we were going
Okay.
back and forth. Yeah,
Before we get into that, when we get to that, let's
okay.
okay. You were the second person to tweet me about, well, not tweet me because we don't tweet, but text me about this. So what was going on in your mind? Let me give. I had last night. I had a lot of things to say. So what about you? What was going through your mind when you heard about this trip?
Uh, to be honest, when I first saw that, I thought it was a skit. And mind you, it was the unedited clip that I've seen, but I didn't see the whole thing until when I heard Smith here was basically yelling back at Chris Rock
Hmm.
after that slap, and at first I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was a skit, but after that and how the camera went back to Will, and I saw the expression on his face and uh, the anger tone that was coming out of him. I'm like, wait, that's when I realized, wait, this is not a skit.
Yeah, he was dropping some f. He was dropping f bombs. So I was like, well, if it was a skit, they probably would have been a little more. It would have been a
Nah,
little
the F
more.
bomb. No, no, no. I mean, people brought F bombs there, but there's a 20-second delay, and that's what I said. You didn't get the full thing because it took him a while to get his Chris Rock's composure. But the way that they showed it, it looked like Chris Rock jumped back at it like quickly, and I was like, oh no, it's not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then,
I just like how he handled it. It's like Will Smith slapped him, and he's like Will. He's just like Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. It's
Yep.
like,
This is gonna
yeah,
be the greatest
it's right.
Oscar event in Oscar history, which is
in
correct.
media history.
He just kept trucking along because that's just what you got to do.
Yep. That's all he can do.
And I'm like
Mm.
at the and I'm like at the time, fresh in my mind, I was going in my mind, thinking, what made him do that? And then when I thought about the joke, oh, that was a joke about well, some
The
kind of
joke was
slap,
not
yeah.
about. That's what everybody getting pissed off. So listen to the joke. It was not about that. He saw what Jada looked like, and he said GI Joe joke. He didn't say
Yeah,
a joke about her
GIJ.
hair, about nothing. But people thought that that's what it was. No.
Guess what? Moments after, I think it's like, well, apparently, this is funny. Apparently, Pfizer is developing a medication for alopecia.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
So it's like what?
Whatever.
Well, I was like,
Whatever.
okay, that is
That's
some
just bull
weird
crap.
timing.
That's just bull crap. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm asking myself, when did they actually mention that? Was it before the slap or after the slap?
You know, right? But
Yeah,
anyway.
alopecia. It's the whole alopecia thing. It's like people are freaking out about alopecia. It's like it's not even that.
No,
It's not even that devastating
it's
compared
not
to.
devastating. Just that you don't have your hair. That's all.
Yeah, it's
It
yeah.
happens to
It's like you
men.
just don't there.
It happens to men. It happens to women.
Yeah, I'm like, does does Will Smith have to slap anyone that made a bald joke about men too?
No, and then
Up
of
to him.
course, remember the internet's forever. They're found on the internet. They go down there. So there's only one time machine, and it's the internet. And they went back and they found Will Smith making jokes about people.
Oh yes, and
And he said, and he was
I
saying,
didn't even
he
know
said the
about
exact
that.
same thing like Chris Rock. Man, it's just
Just a
jokes.
joke. Oh my
The internet
goodness.
is forever. People need to understand this. S.
Yeah. Apparently, a few days later, Will Smith was like, I'm resigning from the
Yeah, from the
Academy
academies.
Awards."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like, well, at least in this instance, Smith got more balls than the Oscars. Oh snap! I said it.
Look,
I don't know about that. He
no,
he waited a few
he
days.
found out that he messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
found out he
admitted.
messed up, but he know that. Like I said, he was pressured. I mean, look, he and like I said last night's show, the sorry, the actions. I said males, your actions has all your actions has consequences, good or bad. You have it. Women have the benefit of a doubt. You do not. So you better make sure to react the right way.
You know, women can get away with that shit. We can't.
Well, yes, and that's why I was saying. And Jada Pinkett Smith is a toxic woman. She is a very
Yeah.
manipulative and toxic woman. And when I played all the stuff last night, a lot of people was like,
Oh,
"Wow," there was like, "Really?" Like, yeah, she is. From the thing with she didn't want to marry Will Smith. Like, you watch their wedding pictures, she's not happy.
or how
She's
about that
sleeping. She's
that poem
Yeah,
of
the poem
she
doesn't bother the poem don't bother me as the letter from her daughter. That's the sickening part.
I wouldn't be surprised that when she was sleeping with August Alsteen that she
Yeah,
screamed Tupac's name.
I won't be
I would be
surprised either.
surprised.
But that is so crazy. Your daughter is
Uh,
writing to Tupac, who's been dead, about coming back so you could make mommy happy. That is ridiculous. Your
oh my
daughter's doing
goodness.
that.
Oh my goodness.
she probably sleeps with the ghost of Tupac. She summons the ghost of Tupac with some kind of black magic. Probably a demon. As an actual ghost of
and
Tupac
to
is a
say
demon.
and then to say to you, yeah. But as I said last night, when she was like, that's the first time she felt happy in a long time. I'm like, you know what? I can't argue. I went through that with my ex fiance. I couldn't make the chick happy. I know how that
Nope.
feeling is. No, I
I'm like,
wasn't. I wasn't as crazy as Will Smith, and she didn't demasculate me. She just made me like, you are a crazy chick. No,
Well,
no.
made you
the
seen the
thing
light.
is, I don't. The thing is, I think people don't believe in like micro shimmerings or imprinting, but I think it exists. I mean, some of these some of these women just be absolutely insane, and you know, there's no way you're gonna measure up to the last guy or the last 500 guys they were with.
Okay, okay. A
Like,
little too extreme there. Let me stop looking at what she.
yeah. The
But I would
one half,
say, go ahead, Trip.
I was the one half of me really feels for Will Smith,
Yeah,
but the other half of me, nope. Let me be a jerk because ever since that entanglement, air quotation, got out, that should have been the moment that those two or Will should have called it off, call it divorce, because he's just let himself suffer ever since then.
yeah. And she demasculates him all the time. She
That
just,
yeah,
she
and
just
that
likes
was
the power trip.
yeah, and that was his choice to just stay there and be emasculated. I'm like,
Yeah, no, it's his choice. Yeah, it's his choice. So Will got to take it. Like I said, his choices has his consequences. But I'm saying
yep,
right now, no way I would. I mean, and again, he could have handled that way smoother because a lot of people are like, oh man, I said it last night. He could have handled it smoother. I mean, if he had shot it from if he had just shot it from the stage from where he was sitting, okay. But when he walked up there, he could have just like put his hand around. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Put his hand around Chris. Is that the best joke you could come up with, man? Come on, you could do better than that. But yeah, my
yeah,
wife, she has
yeah, that too.
my wife has alopecia, whatever, and just like, and then just put around hands Chris, and then take his hand off of Chris and just walk off the stage.
Exactly. I,
Just slap the man.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
And
kids
all
have
the
been
and all the stupid ass women were talking about, oh, he's protected his wife from what? Words?
a
Oh my
joke.
goodness. That's why I did that video on
Yeah.
Tuesday. I told my girlfriend. I said she was right here beside me, and we did that video. I said, look,
Yeah,
I'm down with you. Anybody touches you, spits on you, or anything like that, is a different story. But words, I ain't doing nothing.
like
Hey,
Oh,
I'm not
don't
gonna
yeah.
mess up my life just for that. Heck no.
I'm like, if I have to throw down, I'm going to throw down with words, cause that is it.
Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna protect my wife, and just like me and Triple said before we went live. Tiffany Haddish again. That is not a funny comedian. She is so unfunny. She's just an awkward person, but she's
How
not
about
funny.
How about Amy Schumacher?
Amy Schumer, well, at least she. No, here's the thing. She got herself a husband. He might be a weak husband like a Will Smith like, but she got a husband. But Tiffany Haddish, nope. Nope. I watched a video where she was asking the question. She's like, "What Will Smith do? If I was Jada, I would have give her. I would got some extra favors. I would have to give Will Smith later on that night." I'm like again, and I'm like Jada, why are you taking? What are you taking? Um, advice from a woman who can't keep a man? Why?
Exactly. Exactly.
And when I watched the
You
video, it was
know,
it was other women that were like, "That's how Tiffany Haddish is." What did Common see in her? She is. Oh no, Tiffany Haddish is just But again, why are you taking advice from a woman who can't keep a man? That's the way I look at it. She's just too extra.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that was very bad, and man, I just can't believe it that Again, at first I thought it was a skit, but more and more, and when I heard the uncut version, and I'm not talking about uncut with the like I said the cursing, uncut where they have the buffer is off, the 20-second buffer is off. I was like, oh nope, this is leaning towards real. Yeah, this was not set up to be that way. Dang.
Yeah. And I'm like, to the individuals that keep saying that that this is staged just because of hand movement, gestures, and all that. I'm like, yeah. I guess all of you, yeah, all of you
And
miss.
you have conspiracy people and you have contrarians. It
Yeah.
is what it is. You can't make it all. And then of course that apology on this, well, not apology, but that his acceptance speech was just cringeworthy.
That made it
yeah,
even worse.
Yes, it did.
yeah. Your reward. You tainted your reward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's taking it.
you
But
tainted it.
here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. Now, here's the funny part. If this is supposed to be all about blackness, I don't care for that much. I care
Yeah,
for
black
stuff
on
that.
black violence.
No,
Oh,
no, come on, Trip. I'm talking
yeah,
about.
that was a low hanging fruit.
Yes, but that's what I'm talking about in that regard. Like I said, I don't speak for the black community, and black community don't speak for me. I'm my own person, so that's what I would say. But the Oscars was directed by a black man, and he brought a whole black crew to do the Oscars. First time this ever happened.
Isn't that something?
And
The
Phase
irony in this.
and then the Roots
Sorry.
drummer Phase Love, who's a black man, won the same document, the same award that Chris Rock was presenting. He won that, a black man. And then of course, Will Smith won Best Actor. He was nominated 2 times before, but now he got his Best Actor award. All that, all that got tainted by doing that
Down the
nonsense.
drain.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to do that video. That's why I wanted to do the documentary called
Black
The Black
curse.
Curse.
So let me get this straight. It took a black man to to set back the black community for the next 20 years.
I
Ah,
don't know about that. I don't know about that. That black Chris, he did not. I don't go that whole route of people like, oh, he did us bad, whatever. I'm just saying. My
oh no,
point of
it's
saying,
just that it's just I'm putting that out because of that Chris Rock joke, and ironically, it has something to do with Chris Rock as well. But he's not the one who pulled the trigger.
yeah. I'm just
Which is
saying.
which is like this is some level type of inception. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
Got you. Anyway, so the situation is like, I don't know. It's just like now you won your first Oscar, but you're tainted it by that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's just super messed up. But whatever. And again, when I see all these women talking about, oh, this is the way you're supposed to protect a black man. This is what a black man should do. Cut out. I always laugh. Sorry, I gotta laugh at this. Sorry. When these certain type of women, not all women, not all, but these certain women like, oh, women are the black women are most unprotected. Blah 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 blah. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay, and if you want to stay in America, no, you're not. Because again, I've seen some. Let's not Black Lives Matters. Who most of the people who are top of Black Lives Matter are women, and they got their money. And what
Yep.
did profit off of? Other black men getting killed for stupid stuff.
Yeah.
So let's not pretend that, okay? And I'm not protecting something that's not worth protecting. Sorry, just ain't. That's why I did those two stories last night, and it's sad and it's
Exactly.
sickening. Present yourself as a woman, a lady, and you shall be protected. Present yourself as a hood rat, a ghetto person, and all that other stuff. Well, all the thugs
You're
want to
gonna
take
be
care. All
left
the
for the
thugs want that,
streets.
so go right ahead. Let the thugs take care of you. But I'm not. I'm not stepping in and getting my ass whooped.
I'm like, you'll be
Yeah.
left for the streets. You came from the streets. You'll be left for the streets.
Yeah, because it was girl was like, if you see a man talking to a woman, I would say yeah, and I've seen that multiple times. Where remember you guys remember the video that we would talk about one time. Remember when the guy was he and his friend was outside eating McDonald's, and the girl came up and she was like, "Why you ain't wearing your mask?" It's like I'm eating food.
Oh no,
What's
the
your
coffee.
problem? What's your problem? Whatever. And the boyfriend was just like, yeah, whatever. And she threw the coffee in the guy's face, and who ended up getting the ass whooping?
The man.
The boyfriend.
Yeah, her boyfriend. Yes.
And I'm telling you right now, after that, I was like, nah, we're
Yeah.
done. We're
Yeah.
done.
This relationship is old. Or is
You
non-existent.
just put myself in an ass whooping. Look at me. I'm bleeding all over my white shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
you put me in danger for your shenanigans. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over.
Look at the one where was it on when the lady on the airplane who hit a old who slapped the old man, and he didn't do nothing because he know he couldn't whatever. But
Oh,
she look at that. Are you kidding me?
yeah, yeah.
So no.
I heard that story.
So the answer would be no. All right. You protect you treat yourself as a woman and don't be doing stupid crap. People will protect you. But if you're doing dumb stuff, sorry, you should not worth be protected. I don't care what race you are anyway. White, black, Hispanic, green, Asian, I don't care. You do stupid stuff. Hey, here's a lesson. Remember the lady that was hitting her husband inside of the Tiger Park in China, and she got out of the car and walked around and tried to hit him again, and that tiger came and said, "Oh, you're brave. You ain't." The mother hopped out of the car, but the husband was like, "Nah, go ahead,
Nah.
chew a little bit more, chew a little bit more." Okay, now I'll hop out the car. Baby, no, don't leave me, no. And he back in his head, he's like, dun 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 dun. And he was that's his way.
Man, I should not be laughing at this
Well,
stuff.
I'm making a joke. I know, and people might say it's in poor taste, but screw that, man. You abusing your husband, and you got out of the car in a tiger park. Darwin made a decision.
And,
Yeah.
and you know what? And that's the perfect example of don't make a choice by emotion, make a choice by logic.
Yeah, I guarantee them tigers was like, "Hey, John, look at this mess right here. Oh man,
Free food.
he's taking a whooping from that woman. Dang, that's wait. Did she just got out of the car? She
Yeah,
ain't that,
you
she
just
ain't
got
that
out of the
stupid, right,
car.
John? Well, let's go down there and just see what's going on. Hey, we saw the argument and we wanna again. I know people say, "Oh, that's a bad taste." Whatever. Don't do stupid. You play stupid games, you win stupid
With
prizes.
stupid prizes.
And some people win the grand prize sometimes, which is death.
Yeah.
Get out of the tiger park, you're gonna get killed. Or like the guy in Africa when he's like, and he told his wife, roll up the window. Don't worry, I got this. Roll up the window,
No.
and she didn't whatever. And that tiger got inside of that the line, jumped into the line, is jumping in that car, and he bounced out of that car. Baby, I'm sorry, but hey, and she
Too
died,
late.
but hey,
They're like, too late for being sorry.
yeah. And what you want me to do? Beat up the lion because you didn't listen to me? Nah, no. One of us have to survive to tell a story, so it best be me. Because the point is, if you did roll up the window, we would never be having this situation. You'll be alive to this day.
But that line wouldn't be in the car.
That's how crazy this stuff is. So no, not all women needs protection. No. And you better be careful of some of those choices. Again. Now, if I see a guy like I said, really is getting beaten up a woman or something, if I'm walking and I see that, I will try to say, okay, what's going on there? I still don't know if the guy has a gun or a knife, but I would, like I said, still what's going on there because I don't want that. That's crazy. But if they're just talking and nobody's touching each other, mind my business. Minding my business. Minding my business. So we go with that. Other than that, since you came in a little late, how's it going, Kanoshi?
It's going pretty good. Going pretty good.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Hope anybody ain't got caught up in any April Fool's jokes today.
I almost got caught up in one with Konami, with Sony buying Konami with Spawn Wave.
Oh.
But then I thought about it. It's like, doesn't Konami have a lot of debt? Sony would also be buying that too.
Yeah. I saw one where it was like, oh man, they took the translation and I think Sakurai is gonna do a season pass 3. I was like, no,
yeah, did not believe that.
I didn't believe it either.
Yeah, it's like that was the last character, so I don't. Sora was the last character, so I don't.
No. Good. I mean, it's believe it to be. You have to have some form of belief because remember, Sakura likes to troll people too. So you could see him trolling in that regard. But I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait, what today's again? Oh, April's Fool's Day. No, that ain't happening. That's not real. Because remember it was a couple years ago when Nintendo had a direct on April's Fools, and people was like, what? What the? Nah. And it was, because they thought it was joke.
Yeah, I didn't think Japan was into that holiday. I thought that was mostly a Western thing.
It's a Western thing, but hey, it's still you still gotta be careful sometimes.
Yep.
So
it might just creep on you.
Yep, it is that. But I didn't get caught up in nothing like that. And then, like I said, I basically pick up Kirby. My sister's basically at it, killing it right now because I ain't touched the dang game except for the.
All right.
So I know Anderson, he's not here. Anderson already don't beat the game by the way he's talking. I think he already don't beat it. And I finally pick up I didn't pick up Looney Cooney 1, but I did pick up 2.
Yeah.
2 is my kind of style. I just like action RPG kind of setup, not really, in that regard of just turn based whatever. But yeah, but that's cool, man. If nothing per se, and everything's all right. Like I said, people know last week. Yeah, couldn't make the self check because I was down in Wilmington, North Carolina, chilling out with my girlfriend. So it's like okay, so. But came back up, and then we saw that, like I said, Trips Anderson started, then Trip, and then I saw the whole thing trending, and I was like, holy smoke. Okay, this is getting a little crazy than that needs to be. So I was like, all right. But not like I said, the slap heard around the world took a lot of their big news out. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, nobody was talking about Ukraine. Nobody was talking about COVID. Nobody was talking. It's like, yeah,
Nope.
yeah,
How was that? Even I wish it was because even that's what I couldn't do it last night. Even Dr. Fauci came out and said, "Oh yes, well, this." I said, "Oh, like we didn't know half the stuff you just said right now, but you just wanted to say because you want to stay relevant." You
yeah.
said, "Will Smith, smack me, so I can get back in the limelight."
Will Smith,
He keeps talking about. He
smack
keeps
me.
talk, He keeps talking about the the new variant and all the other stuff.
Omicron beta.
Yeah, no, nobody cares anymore. Oh, be weary. There might be more lockdowns. Like, I
Yeah,
think people are done with
you
that.
run your course. Yeah, you have already run your
Yeah,
course. But I gotta tell you, that's like Trip said. That's what I bet you. That's what Fauci is like. I was the most present man on the television, but now Will Smith, come over here, give one right here, slap me, and I won't even react. I'll pay you $100,000. Just do it for me, Will Smith. Come on.
Off of my own salary. See, I'm being paid more than the president.
I just want to be appreciated. You see, my wife doesn't appreciate me too either.
yeah.
That's why I gotta go to the TV and ask for so many and act like a woman myself.
Uh,
Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. Will. Like I said, that took everything off the page. Off the page.
Oh,
no,
Nobody care.
nobody cares.
Nope.
Nobody cares about Fauci. You know, the whole scamdemic thing was a complete another failure because what they tried to do is they tried to create this strong division between the vaxxers and the unvaccinated and the and all this other stuff, and it just didn't work because even the people that vaccinated were like, these people are crazy. Why are they acting like this?
it's like they actually want a war, and they couldn't get a war in their backyard. So hey, Putin is giving them a war that they want to get in. Isn't that something?
Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. So. Oh man. But I again said it again for the people out there. If you are joining in, because we up to 22,661. Remember, you could catch out Project Over Mike on Thursdays on Project Over Mike on YouTube, where you can watch the video cast like you're watching right now, or you got Tempo FM. You also have Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Anchor, Nico, You Live TV, Live Now, Twitch TV. We all over the place. We all over the place. So
Some places.
yeah. Another thing is, yes, last night that was a joke per se, but I had to play because I wanted to prove my point. Yes, I didn't have a sponsored spot, but I wanted to use that Jeremy's razors just to prove a point because he's correct. He's correct. If you don't want my money because you don't believe what I think is, which is basically 1+1 = 2, then you don't need my money. I don't need to be talking to you.
That's straight to the point.
You go do what you want to do. Find people who believe you're crazy shot stuff because there's a little bit of those people. But for me, Again,
Stop.
after I said what I said last night.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like I said, after I said last night, ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that you're very due diligent in your child's education and see what those kids are doing.
Oh yeah.
After showing those books that they're letting little kids read, nah, that's a problem.
Like, be in your children's life as much as you can.
Yes. I couldn't believe those were books was inside of schools that were teaching little kids. And then that 4-year-old woman, that woman talking about, she's non-binary and got 4-year-old kids saying they and all that nonsense. Said, and looking at her, and that's why I had to play a clip last night. But I'm looking at her like, you ain't got no man.
That's literally grooming.
You would never get no man, cause you are sick in your head, lady. So,
Nah.
wait,
She'll
wait,
probably
I
get a
forgot.
man.
She's non-binary, so maybe she don't want a man. Maybe she's
Uh,
her
but,
own
but,
man.
yeah. I was just about to say that. So uh, there's no definition for a woman.
Oh yeah, but that was last week, so that was easy for
Oh,
me to pull that out.
that was last week. Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, I'm not gonna make a big fuss out of that because I would say it's funny how the news media, of course, as usual, cover up and say lies. Talk about what the Republicans are doing to Kenji Brown is what it is worse than Kavanaugh. I'm like, what shit are you
Oh my
smoking?
gosh, that was.
I'm like,
Oh.
what are you smoking? I
Yeah.
need some of that smoking because
Yeah.
holy crap. There's some days I'm telling you, I want to forget things, and you guys must be have the you must be have the
Good
sticky wiki
shoot.
that's a mind racer. Because let me see, the Democrats accuse this man of gang rape, all this stuff, and where did the
Sexual
Republicans say that
assault.
Katachi Brown did that? I didn't hear that. All they asked was, "What's a woman?" and she couldn't answer the question.
And you're a woman. Isn't that ironic?
That's why if it was me, I was like, no, Senator, I cannot say that. So, okay, so what are you? Huh? When you talking about, Senator, what are you? Are you a male or female?
Female.
Are you a man or woman? I'm what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the
That
thing about
was
it, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, that whole it's like, we were told it's like, oh, she has a brilliant legal mind and all this other stuff, but she couldn't
She's
answer what a woman
ideological.
is.
No, she's
I'm like,
she's
if
She's too wrapped up. She's too wrapped up in her ideology
ideologues.
to
Yeah, she is.
I'm like,
show any intelligence.
Yep.
if this is going to be the first black lady in that position, I'm like, no, get someone else. Get someone else, please. Do it quick.
No, that's perfect for what Biden wants. But funny enough, remember last week, which I did because I didn't have a side chat. Last week I read the thing when remember you guys when Biden stopped the first black woman. Oh, because they said she was too radical because she wanted to let parents to know what's going on with their kids in school. And that was back in 2000. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
Believe that.
A black woman want to know what parents want to know about their children in school. She was too radical, right, Joe Biden? Man, that man is the most, like, seriously. He is literally the epitome of racism if people really
Yeah, I
look at
bet.
it.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
bet. I bet if he's being asked that question, he would say, "I never said that."
Oh no,
No.
they got him on tape with they have him on tape, which is again, this is why I said the internet's forever.
Yeah. Yes.
The internet's forever.
At
But the
least that.
bad, what?
At least that one is back years ago. But all those three recent gaffes, no longer than a day.
Oh, Joe Biden. I mean, the scary part about Joe Biden is, again, you have, and here's the thing, like I said last night, he's the president. I do not want the man flying my plane to crash the plane. Okay, I don't.
Keep it stable.
Unlike Democrats and crazy ass Democrats people, I want the man to do good. Now the thing about it is, I know he's gonna do bad, but I want the man to do good. That's why I said in the videos last year, prove me wrong.
Wrong.
That's why I said, prove me wrong. I want to say, okay, at least he could keep the flight going. For the first time, the plane was not going down. The plane was going up for 3 years. It was going up. Now that shit is like nosediving right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not
Because
I mean,
the problem is you can't even say, you got an old man up there saying, hey, what is this button doing? No, back in my day, I used to fly a bomber. This is a Boeing 787, sir. What is a Boeing 787? I used to a prop duster. Oh crap. This ain't good. Okay, let's look at the co-pilot. What does this lever do? Oh shit, we're fucked.
that's why they can't enact the Fifth Amendment. It's too. It's they've painted themselves in a corner.
I'm like in the
They
last
have nowhere to go.
the
Literally.
last president when he was nose diving the airplane, it was in jest.
Well,
Biden here,
if
you
you're
want
He
gonna,
didn't know.
no.
He did not know. That's what I just said. He didn't know that it was the first time he was flying the plane upright and level. Because
like
again,
if you're gonna,
we had the best economy. We didn't have no wars. We didn't all that stuff. That basically everybody's everything opposite. And again, I don't want the man to do bad because look at what's going on. I gotta pay higher gas prices. I gotta pay higher food prices. I gotta pay a lot of stuff. So I want the man to do good so we can go back up. But again, this guy was not my guy. I did not vote for him because again, I'm a white man in blackface.
Same here, even though I am non-American.
I got to. You said something, Konoshi?
I was gonna say it's like I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
my apologies.
Ah, good
My
grief.
apologies.
Apologies for that one. But yeah, that's just
Yeah.
that's just crazy. Your vice president, your co-pilot basically don't know how to fly nothing. How the hell do you get up in the co-pilot seat? Well, you know,
Oh,
I slept with the president of the airline company, and they said I could go. I could be the co-pilot. That's not far from the truth.
But,
I
hey,
mean,
go ahead, Kadosh. Go ahead.
when you steal the bacon, you figure you would have gotten smarter people to steal the bacon, to hide and steal the bacon. Like, why didn't they? They couldn't have gotten people that were more competent.
That's
Is the
part kill me.
Democratic Party? Is the Democratic Party that broke?
The top three people in America that has that much power, one is senile. That's the president.
No, both of them are senile.
No, she's just unintelligible.
No, I'm not talking about the vice president. I'm talking about the House Speaker.
Oh, I was gonna get to that. One is senile, which is the president. The president and then the vice president is unintelligible, and both of them have their own gaffes. Like the president have his gaffes of being old, can't remember stuff, and argue with people for some weird reason when he's wrong. Kamala Harris gives you the world salad. We're here to be here, so we could be together to be here, and you're like,
What?
exactly. The hell is going on? And then of course you have the combination of two of those people in Nancy Pelosi. She's still a little bit of conniving, vindictive woman, but she's not as sharp as she used to be. And now she's like a little bit of Joe Biden Sunday morning.
She's drunk and she's combination. She's both drunk and senile.
Yes, she's drunk and senile. Just bad. It's just bad. And then you have her black version of her dumbass, Maxine Waters, telling homeless people to go back home.
Oh, I saw that today. I was like, what in the world? What is this crap?
I'm the hardest working person in Congress. No, the hell you ain't, you old flea bag auntie.
Oh man, for some reason, I just got the perfect skit in my mind that a white Indian is coming by to give you a glass of water.
She literally said, "Go back home." And I like what they said. They're like, "We can't. We're home. We ain't got no home. What the hell are you talking about? We came here because you said you gonna help us. It's been 2 years." I said that proved the point.
You don't learn. You people, you don't learn. Nobody learns. They vote these same pieces of filth in every single time.
You piece of
every single time, thinking that something is going to change.
Like
and it never changes.
It never changes. You're correct.
I'm like, at what point you have to reconsider that? Hey, isn't this the definition of insanity?
They don't think about insanity.
Yeah, because they think they would think that's the new normal.
Ain't any normal. That's why, like I said, when you watch that thing with the Disney thing, when they talk about 50% of we need to have LGBTQ plus whatever it is, I'm like, but they're no more than what 3-4% of the population. How the hell that little population got that much people need to be represented? Why? Including the trans, which is less than 1%.
And
God,
they themselves actually keep it quiet.
I don't get it. I'm like I said, I'm not against what this stuff. You do what you want to do, but I don't like it that you guys are messing with kids. Leave the kids out of this. When they get 18, then you can go there and do what you want to do. But after before 18, leave them alone.
Oh,
Teach them ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. The sun is the solar system. Bring back Pluto as a planet. All that stuff. Do that. Water's wet. Water's wet. Sun is hot.
2 plus 2 equals 4.
2 plus 2 equals 4. 1 plus 2 equals 4. 8 divided
Wait,
by
did you
2
say?
equals
Wait,
4.
wait, wait, wait. Did you say 1 plus 2 equals 4?
1 plus 1, I say 3 plus 1 equals 4. 2 plus 2
Okay.
equals 4. 8 divided by 2 equals 4.
I must have overheard wrong.
But there's many ways to get to 4. So can
Correct.
we just, I don't know, can we just not be a problem with that? But anyway,
Oh, we're
let,
asking.
let me get into the chat because, like I said, I didn't listen. We had about 50 something, 55,000. So I forgot what I said last night. I had last night. So people was chopping on the butts to talk about stuff. So let me see. Johnston Northern from UK. Hell, Chris Rock is a comedian. He did nothing wrong. Will is so called protecting his wife when he was the one needed protected. He's the one that needed protected from Jada. Shaking my head.
Pretty darn much.
Yep. Son K Ray Young. Oh, y'all get these names. Son K Ray Young. All right. From France.
Ooh,
From Paris. It's absolutely disgusting that this protection can be at the expense of man's freedom. Will got lucky that he didn't go to jail that night, and they are happy. They are happy that he risked his freedom over being hurt by a joke that she would have forgotten the next morning, which is true. That like if nothing had happened, that joke nobody would have been talking about this. It would have been like gone.
yes.
That is true.
Jada would have thought about that joke for 2, 3, 4, 5. She would have. It would have been 20 years since she would have
Well, that's
still.
her, but I'm talking about the people. Like the joke was so. That was trying to say the joke was so light that nobody would have thought about it like that. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody else would have forgotten about it. Nobody
Mhm.
else would have cared. But she would have been thinking about that joke for the rest of her life because she's just that mentally ill.
Yeah, she's just super manipulative. That's why I played a clip last night when her mother was like, "You're so ungrateful." I was like,
Like,
"Yep."
could you imagine her and Will out for dinner 3, 4, 5 years later? She brings it up out of the blue. You've probably been in this situation.
So
Remember that
for those,
joke Chris Rock told about me? And you didn't defend me when he told me. Remember that?
and like I was getting 6 from you anyway, crazy chick. So what the hell?
Yeah.
But
It's like,
but Kikunoshi, what? Well, Chip would notice. Maybe you don't notice as much. Chip, what do I say that men and women?
Um, I know that women are vindictive, men are
Men are assholes, but women are
yeah,
vindictive.
vindictive. Yeah.
So they will do that. Anyway, she's a celebrity. She's free game. They got paid a lot because of the territory that they live in. They need to get off their self-absorbed high horse they live on and realize the world's bigger than them. It's the image, the family name, keeping the family together. But why does that matter? Instant gratification is more important, right? Well, like I said, that was just crazy. Isaac Winters from New York. The whole protecting black woman is the best course of action their PR team can pull as a defense or will for both short and long term because they know that the public and the media and black women will really will rally behind that argument, giving them a layer of protection against criticism until you know how this goes. Take I'm like, yeah, you're not telling me. I know how it goes.
Oh yes.
I know how it goes. Let me see here. Yes, there are more dire things going on in the world. However, the part that contains issues among men and women in the West, especially the black community, sets a dangerous precedent for multiple areas of comedy, celebrity privilege, criminal law, and intersex dynamics. Okay, intersex
Big words
dynamics.
right there.
Mhm. Okay, Mike Rio from New York. Look how sensitive and toxic our community has gotten. Give them the chaos and dysfunction they will deeply desire. Let's see how they will protect Will with this. Well, we've seen it, so yep. You ain't stopping that, bro.
You've
They
seen a
ain't, they ain't
taste
doing.
of it.
Yeah, you got black women protecting Will, so yeah. Mark Livowitz from Poland. Again, shout out to you if you're in Poland. Hopefully, you're not on the eastern side with Ukraine, whatever. But
Yeah.
here's my take on the slap that okay. It's because my glasses are dag I do not have my my cleaning cloth up here. It sucks.
It was getting foggy in those glasses.
It's not foggy, just you wear glasses too, so you know what I'm talking about. It's not the fog, it's that that the film that happens on it.
Oh yes.
So give me a second, let me get in here. He may take on here's my take on sorry, here's my take on the slap that a lot of black women and soft men don't understand. Oh wow, okay, let me hear this. If your wife or significant other is disrespected by a comment and your first inclination is to resort to violence by slapping a man in his face, all bets are off. All other options has been put to all other options is put to death. What if the man you just slapped is willing to become more violent than you? What if what if he's willing to go the extra mile and put two in your chest before behind that slap? Learn to
Mhm.
use your words and harsh that s out of men. Don't let your loudmouth woman put a battery in your back and get you killed behind some foolishness because she's only gonna grieve for so long until she needs another man to take care of her and make her feel good.
Yeah,
Stay up.
don't let women put a key in your back and wind you up
Yep.
because could be
Good
your
lord.
last. It could be your final. Like because
I said it. I said
some
with my.
people
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
some
ahead.
people might you might have the nice peaceful guy, but second you slap him, you never know. He might explode. He might
Yeah.
be like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you got several broken bones,
Well,
several bullets in you. You know, man.
we wouldn't. It wouldn't happen there. But like I told my like the video with me and my girl was talking about it. I said, what would happen if Chris didn't know had a reaction and push Will? 'Cause he was at the edge of the stage.
Yeah,
He could have fallen back in the crowd or hit his head, broke his neck.
Yep.
yeah. It doesn't take much to hit your head, and that'll be it. Night night
Yeah.
forever.
6
Does
feet
it take a
underground.
lot?
Yeah. All like I said, so that would be crazy. That would have been crazy as hell, man. But whatever. Lenza Oracel from Miami, Florida. To the women who think what will okay, give me a second again. It's just my
It is
glasses.
manly.
To
He
the
could have
women who,
gone it,
huh?
and Chris Rock could have just gone in on Will too.
Yeah.
He could have
Oh,
just
he
he
gonna
could
put
have
he gonna put that
ripped into him.
he gonna use that. Funny enough, Chris Rock is touring. He's back on
Yeah.
the comedy scene, so he's gonna make something. I mean, he can make words out of this.
Hey, have anyone seen that news about someone off stage was basically bad mouthing Chris Rock on his
You mean the one in
on
Boston
his,
when the guy with a heckler? Yeah, they
yeah,
escorted
the
him
one in
out.
the Boston, yes.
Yep, and they escorted him out. And of course, he acted extra. I said, "Well, duh, dude, you try to be a heckler. That's what you get.
Yes.
You know what happened. Don't be an
Yeah.
idiot."
Well, man, had to be another brother from the hood, some brother.
Yep. Anyway, saying going back to our Lenza, to the women who think what Will does is protecting his wife, you don't need our protection. You need health insurance to make sure that you need health, you need therapy sessions, and is covered and protected. That's what you need. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, now that's some roast.
Manning Doug from UK.
Not
When
not to
you
be confused with Men in Black. Just
Got you.
saying.
Man and Doug from the UK. When you react emotionally in a negative way to whatever people say, especially if it's a joke, you're giving in the power to allow people to get on into your skin and I could get into your head and dictate the way you feel. And if your feelings take over your mind, 9 out of 10, it could put you 6 feet under. That is true.
True.
That is true. That's true. Leo Senso from Portugal. Uh, dude will needs help. I watched your video last night, and you're correct. He does need help. He did not. He did not set us back. He made a huge mistake and made himself look like an ass. The fact that he does so much for the family and gets no respect. The fact that Jada puts their business out there. The fact that his own daughter wants Tupac to come back to make Jada feels happy. She can be. She could be a. Sorry. To make she could so she could be with him. That is more than shaking my head. That's a plea for super help. That is literally what demasculating a man is. And that is,
He
again,
must have.
you
Tupac must
program
have.
your kid you program Willow because Willow was born five years after Tupac died to write that letter. That is crazy,
Crazy.
Wow, how old is Jada then?
huh?
How old is Jada?
Jada,
Yeah,
she's not 50s. Will Smith's like 50, what, 55, 54?
and he
53.
was.
He's 53.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So how then? How old is? Wait, you said Will was born 5 years after Tupac died. Willow. Okay, I was confused. I
Willow.
was like, what? What the heck?
No, Willow.
Yeah, that's weird.
No,
That's weird. That's that. Tu- Why
no.
does Tupac
She's
have
50
such a
years.
spell?
She's 50 years old.
Tupac
Oh,
has a
50,
strong
okay.
spell over her.
Huh?
He must have had some good vitamin D or something. Cause
No, she wanted the thug. She was one of those girls who wanted the bad boys.
mm,
Like I said, if you watch the video last night, you see when Will Smith when he was in the Breakfast Club and they asked Will, "Hey, how was it feel?" Because she has because Will will say, "Yeah, Tupac. Look at Tupac. He was hard and he was whatever." And I was soft rapper from Philly, and I'm like, yeah, like she wanted a bad boy. So
two. I mean, she's. Yeah, I mean, sad. You'd figure you'd figure you're in your 50s. You'd figure you'd grow out of that by now, but I
No,
guess not.
she
I
did
don't
not,
know.
because remember last year she really revealed the poem that Tupac wrote to her and everything, and she said I still Tupac was the love of my life. I'm like, oh, she literally demasculate Will Smith
Then why get married at all?
because
Then why?
she had Jaden.
Hmm.
She was pregnant with Jaden. Willow wanted a family. The mother told Jada, "Oh, go ahead and do this.
It's like,
Go ahead
yeah, I
and do
would. I would
this."
just. I mean, this is pretty sleazy, but get married, stick around for a few years until you can cash out and then leave. I don't get this whole rigmarole of staying with somebody you don't even like. I don't condone that sort of behavior, but better just be
Yeah.
better. I don't
She
I
got a
don't
spell
get
on
it.
him, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, yeah. I mean, and then when she had that thing when she's like, I like, she said, I mean, the only reason I said when she said I wasn't happy, this is the first time I felt happy in a long time. Was like, I know that feeling. I know what it is to put your all into somebody and they don't reciprocate that power. That's why when I did the first Strainer Chases, the video where I said, men, it's your fault. It's your fault. When I said, why are you giving women, why are you giving these Twitch girls and all this other stuff money
Give them
and
money. Yep.
they don't reciprocate the same thing to you? Hell no. Heck,
I mean, it's
I
not
saw
your
a video.
job.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's not. You get into a relationship. Man is with a woman. It's not your job to make her happy. It's your job to love and care and protect her. It's not your job to make her happy. Look, I'm not saying you should go out of your way to make them miserable, but sorry, a great deal of your happiness is your responsibility.
Yeah. That's why, okay, as I said before, coming from my ex fiance and learning all this crazy stuff, I did said I wanted to make sure a woman had her own hobbies and everything. Because again, we're not gonna be around each other 24/7 and all that stuff and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to, just, I'm not going to just, because again, if you're not around, I'm gonna be playing video games. I'm gonna be doing music. I'm gonna be doing something.
Like, if the
So
woman doesn't, if the woman doesn't respect herself, then how do you expect a man would respect her?
yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. So yeah, she just, on a serious note, yeah. I mean, look at it right now. Just look at Google. Like about 37,200,000 people in the last 58
Trending?
seconds. Last 58 seconds, search Jada Pinkett Smith.
Boy, they're going to have so much info.
That Red Table Talk that she has, bad show, toxic
Oh, that's
show.
good. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be one of the stuff that'll be popping. One of the
Yeah,
first things that's gonna pop up.
yeah, but that show is horrible. That's a toxic show. I cannot put my back in behind a show that does
Nope.
that. Even last night when she was like, "Oh, when we was young, and Will, you should know and whatever. You should, including sexually, you should read my mind." Like, what?
No.
I ain't gonna read. How the heck am I supposed to read your mind? That's what a lot
Son,
of problem happens too. Tell
son,
me what
I'm
I
not.
Yeah,
gotta do.
that's a
I am
sick
not a psychic.
Exactly.
that's a
You know
that's a
what?
s-
That. Sorry, Kadosh, but that just reminded me. Um. When I'm doing night school, or or one of the first week of night school, uh, we're doing a topic about the whole transgender thing, and though I'm in a classroom that is majority female, and when that got brought up that um they can't find a man that knows how to be good and bad. I'm like, you know what? At at that point in time, I was like pleading for help to not open my mouth because I would be dog pound. I'm like, did you listen to what you just said? How can like we all sit here? How can you expect a man to satisfy you when you don't even tell him what to do or how to do or where to go? But I digress.
But the
Yeah,
part
it's
about that
like
is just crazy, man. Well, go ahead. That's how I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
yeah, it's like women want you to read their mind, but they won't even take the time to try to figure out. I mean, nobody's gonna be able to read anybody's mind if you don't tell them what's going on. And they've been lied to about women being all these ultra great communicators. They're actually the worst. They're actually pretty bad at it.
Yep. I mean, even if you look at the pictures, if you look at most of the pictures, I'm seriously, this is more sad than I need to be. Like when you look at the pictures of them, and you go and you Google the images of Jada Pinkett Smith and the thing, there's only few pictures of she and Will Smith when they're smiling. Majority of the time, she's not Will smiling, she's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I thought you were going to see some meme pics of Will Smith, in his sad face,
No.
entanglement.
And then when you look again, and also I said Jada is just is weird in that way because like you can see the picture when she was with August the whatever the guy name. I'm
Yeah,
like, man,
August.
I was like, that was weird. Look,
I'm
because
like, you
where
know what?
it's like that's like she's smiling from ear to ear, and the way he got hit, I'm like, dude, that's another man's
That,
wife, and
that,
you got your
that,
hand around her. Like, nah, that's uncouth.
you know what? Joe Biden should come out and say to Jada, "You have no soul."
No, she has a soul. It's just as black as pitch.
You say it's
Basically,
rotten.
Excuse the pun.
nah, it's just sad. It's just
Yeah,
sad. Like, it's not even that. Even on the wedding picture, she's not smiling. And then, I'm sorry, but again, and when you see the difference between Will Smith's older son, which is now by Jada, and the two kids, it's like that's a big difference. Willow
night
and Jaden are two because you got Jaden going around, in dresses
dresses.
and stuff like that. Oh, that's great. That's perfect in that regard.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And a Willow who has body issues because she doesn't have a figure. She's a skin. She's
Anorexic.
basically in a way, which is not cool.
Uh,
Who knows what sort of
which
just sick things
yeah,
they've been doing to their kids.
which again, the fat lady that says that she's anorexic, check that girl out. That's
No,
anorexic.
let's leave her. Let's leave Tessa out of this right there because she's a crazy person.
She's another crazy. Yeah,
Let she go where she gotta go. She's so severely overweight, and she says she's anorexic. That's a person who has mental issues.
that's mind blown.
Has mental issues. So I'll leave it up to that. Gabriella Bradley from New York. Jim Carrey's absolutely right. Funny enough that Jim Carrey's gone back to his senses now that you could look at him and say he makes sense. Because again, for a second, that TDS and before that, he had, and Carmen Electra, whoever the girl had when he was dating, they messed up Jim Carrey's mind for a while.
Big
For a
time.
decade, he
They
was crazy.
yeah, they were yeah, he was I heard the little interview he had, and I was like, man, that's the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Some of the stuff
Basically,
he was
but he
saying.
was correct. He wasn't. He
He
wasn't
wasn't
wrong.
wrong, but still.
Exactly.
Yeah, so guys like to date crazy. I mean, it's just like it's like you have women that like to date the bad boys, the thugs,
And
and then you
guys,
got a lot of
and
guys
who dated
like the
toxic and
crazy woman,
crazy. Yep.
toxic and crazy women.
Hmm.
We're a disaster. We can't we can't figure it out.
Can't figure it out indeed.
Oh, I want a good girl. I want a nice girl that treats me right. Next thing you know, you're with a girl with full tattoos, has a bunch of daddy issues, tattoos and piercings, and a bunch of daddy issues.
Got you. That's again.
He's not like the other girls.
You're wrong, Kanoshi.
I'm not saying anything. I might rock the boat. I might rock the boat.
Kensla Free from Egypt. I'm thinking Ken. That's how you pronounce it. It hurts my heart to watch this. When did our black women develop such a deep-seated hatred for our men? 60s. When the white liberal women tricked them to thinking, oh, you need to join our cause so we could do whatever, and then they throw them to the side. That's again, that's a part of my black curse. Like I said, women follow the white progressive women, and then white progressive women don't give a rat's ass about you. They just they look at you like Stalin, useful idiots.
Like young white liberal women are the worst.
Yeah.
You give me
They
that.
are the worst.
You give me that money, and I'll get them to vote for you for the next 200 years.
Well, they didn't say money. You give me the great society, which was welfare.
Oh, great society. That's it.
You give me the great society, which was welfare, and I will have these Enners voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And he's not been proven wrong.
Wrong.
Yep.
It's still not 200 years ago.
We're still not so far. They've been in mass numbers, and a majority of black people who do vote for Democrats are women. At the 98 percentile. Again, that's not all black women voting, but the black women that do vote does that. Because I still got a video I want to do with Ice Cube, when Ice Cube was saying, I got to do this for black people, and it was 4 women, and they were like, so you're going to do it for black women? And Ice Cube was like, what? Black women ain't black people? No, that's not black women, black people. What are you going to do for black women? I'm like, he's like, wait. Black women included is in black people. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I was like, wow. And these are supposed to be intelligent people? I gotta say if the girl made a gaffe, but then when all jumped in and say that's not, I'm like, oh God, Ice Cube, I don't know what you walked into.
And you wonder why most of these dudes are dating outside the community.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still 80% of black men still go with black women. The funny part about it is too, and women always say about, because I was watching the video because when I was playing the clip yesterday, and the lady was like, it was Kendra was saying, but and all these go get herpes and all that stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. 70% of black women have kids. 20% of black men, have multiple kids. So those numbers don't match up. So that means about 80% of men who has one kid, or not having that much sex with a lot of people, because again, what is it? It was like 60%. It was 30% of men right now. The numbers.
It's like.
Go ahead.
Numbers are a lot. It's like 80-20. Well, this is sort of a meme number. I don't know how true this is, but it's like 80-20. It's like the 80% of the women are going after the top 20% of the men. Within their community. No, it's a meme number, but I understand where it's coming from. But I'm just saying, no, the number I just said was just 20% of men who have multiple kids. Yeah. So the 80% that's over is men who have one kid. A majority of those men, the one kid man is not a lot either. So that means a lot of women are having a lot of children by one man. Look, go back to the Ayala video when and you Google it. It was 3 men that had 150 kids. How?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
How?
Yeah.
And out of wedlock.
Well, yeah,
we know a lot of wedlock. They were blowing a lot of backs out.
But here's the thing. 3 men, that much kids by different women. So don't you see that dynamic? So you say, oh, these men always having sex with women and they don't want and they don't take care of kids. By definition, no.
These men.
Maybe Maybe it's the men that you're attracted to.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe you're judging all men by the crappy man that you're attracted to, that you
yeah.
keep getting pumped and dumped by.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
As I said,
But
who is
the
like I
thing
said,
is, but I'm saying by the numbers, that means, like I said, even if, let's go in the audience of that Anna Van Zandt show. 3 men had that much kids. 3 men. So you gonna believe all the other men? All the other men didn't do nothing. Most of
okay,
those guys didn't even got no kids.
like yeah, I'm
So
like,
how
who
that
is
work?
yeah, I'm like, who is accepting these men to be in between those legs?
Yeah, exactly. But again, I blame the same thing. I blame the same thing on men. Like Kanoshi said, most men go with crazy women and the crazy and toxic women. Again,
But
so it's just
the,
not that in that regard. Let me see here. Let me get a couple more commercials before it hits 11 o'clock so we can get out of here.
right,
Let me see. Um, Bernardino Camelo. Bernardino Camelo. Yep. Mhm. From San Francisco, California.
whew,
The women who wanted equality here. Okay, for the women who wanted he wanted equality. Here it is. Men get laughed at. So if you wanted to treat such as to be treated such jeez, men get laughed at. So if you want to be treated as such, well, you going to get the same treatment. The wording, that's what threw me off. The wording's weird. Sorry,
right.
man, but yeah. What happened to these strong, independent women? Why now all of a sudden they need protection? Good one.
Yeah, I
Women
would have
want
brought that up too.
women wanted to be like men and treated like men, but then treated as women. Men are held to a different standard. We need to hold women to accountable standards. She needs to be worth the protection. Yes, she needs to be worth the protection. Um, Eco Coloni from UK. Not only Jim Carrey's involved one of my favorite franchises of all time, but he speaks big facts. Big up to Jim Carrey.
Facts.
James Harrison from Washington D.C. All the women are this. All these women who say that I don't need a man to protect me. I can protect myself. A strong, independent woman. That's great. You fought for equality. Now protect your damn self.
Exactly. I'm right there with it.
Damn. Damn. That's cold.
I couldn't put it any better than that.
Bron- Bronico Navoko. Boy, I pronounced the name wrong. From Poland. Um, will look like a defeated man before he could even start his expectancy speech. Yes, he did. He looked like
Yeah.
a wounded calf. Poor guy. He needs a father figure in his life. I still, okay, he said it twice. Okay, I still can't believe that he put up so much humiliation and shaming and gaslight and manipulation from Jada. He sticked around. I didn't know all about this stuff until you showed me that last night, Tig. This is really a sick situation. And like you stated, this is not open marriage is not a marriage. Point blank period. Correct.
Facts.
No.
Open marriage. Whatever with that nonsense. That is crazy. Touloura Melee from France. Jim Carrey speaks nothing but facts. The fact that a lot of the other community is protected, what Will has really done speaks values. I'm a black woman, and I'm saying this. To love money. Okay, yeah. The name threw me off, but I got you. All right. Let me do one more. All right. Mike Norris from Washington, D.C. We complain The Oscars ignore black people. So they hired a black producer and he bring all his black people. Host, host, yeah, because it was, as I said last night, two females that were black. The presenters was strong black vibe in it. But then a man whose wife complained the loudest in the past over the Oscars not having black people, who was absolutely the least likely to cause trouble, ran up in the whole thing on her belief and act immature, irrational, irrational, and entitled, foolish, and embarrass everyone with her toxic thinking. Who's still in love with a man who died nearly 30 years ago? If this was TV soap opera, you would have turned off because it's so damn unbelievable to watch. Shaking my head. Hey,
Oh,
all right, girl.
the roast.
All right.
A woman too.
I mean, no, it's not woman, it's a man. I got it mixed
Doesn't
up
matter.
with it. I mixed it with two
Uh,
levels. Mike,
uh,
yes, that's my
uh,
fight.
apologies for misgendering. That's
Whatever.
my Irish blood in me.
Whatever. Stop that. Stop that. So that's how he goes with that, and that's sad. That's sad in that situation. I feel for like I said, Will Smith, like my girlfriend said, me and my girl said, man, you need to take a sabbatical away from your wife and everybody. Get away from everybody.
It's a lot
Relax
more than that.
yourself. Chill yourself. Do that, man. You deserve it. You work so hard because again, you were a triple threat before all this, and this is just that whole cheating thing has messed you up.
Oh,
It has messed you up mentally, physically, and show you that you're not a man. Because again, you got your kids to look at you like, what the heck? Like I said, Will's oldest kid doesn't act nowhere close to his younger kids at all, and that's the sad part.
you're right about that.
That's what it is. So we'll leave it there. So again, thank you guys out there for joining us in that. Thank you for watching the show last night. And again, for getting some of your comments out there. Again, remember, we are worldwide with a lot of stuff out there. We are on so many platforms. Again, we don't have those people on YouTube. We're not big on YouTube, but please, if you have the chance, go to YouTube, subscribe, comment. Just help us out with the YouTube algorithm. But if you can't, go to Spotify. Spotify is the next bigger platform we have there that can help us out in that. But other than that, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, ULive, excuse me, Nico, YouNow, and many more visual for the visual cast. But if you listen to the podcast, remember audio wise, thank you for listening on Spotify. Or if you have Anchor, Stitcher, Google, Apple's still coming around. I gotta figure that out. Apple Podcasts will be coming soon. But thank you for giving me your time, your ear, and your mind to open up for what we're talking about today. Remember, we're just having a conversation. We don't, we generalize some things, but we don't condone violence at all. At all. This is just craziness what happened this weekend, and this thing will go for
Not unless we don't. I said we don't condone violence, not unless you're being attacked.
Well, defend yourself. But I would say, because of what's going on, I have to say this week went past quick too, because it was just like one topic everybody sticked on. It was just like, okay. So hopefully next week we have more topics to talk about other things in that regard. That's why I used it as a teachable moment last night for men to know what the heck to do and be careful who you protect. And also watch what these kids are getting teach in school, because Disney is going full retard with that stuff. So be careful with that. And the bill that Ron DeSantis have in Florida, it is not a gay bill. It never was that. It never says that in the bill at all. It is for people. It's a parents' rights bill to know what's going on in its child's school. That's what it is.
It is.
Of course, they the people that keep pushing us, they know that. It's just they're showing their predatory hands. That's
They're showing the tail feathers.
yeah.
Yeah. So with that said, Kanoshi, since you just piped up there, what's your final thoughts for the week?
Final thoughts are be careful. Be careful who you marry. Also, be careful who you prop up as your leader, as as president. You'd figure you'd get, make sure they're at least competent enough puppets to do what needs to be done, and that you're not constantly contradicting one another. And have a good weekend, everybody.
All right. Trip, sir, what about you, sir? What your final thoughts is?
Oh no, I think I'm just going to shout out to a YouTuber. Calls himself Mike Winger. He's actually doing a series of videos, and I think he dropped one like 4 days ago, which is about women in ministry. And even though I caught late into it, but from what even how can I say this? From the female writers that writes about female leads in the Bible, before he, no before he even got into um, basically ousting some of these writers. Even I caught on of the literal embellishment that these writers were trying to quote from the Bible. These videos are pretty interesting stuff. Just wanted to share you guys out there, and to the last part. Well, all the things that's going in this day and age. Gotta say, the birdcage is never going to be the same.
Okay, since Trip took up all my music outro time. Remember, people are stupid, individuals smart. Be that smart individual, all right? This is Tig. Remember, you can check us out again. There are gonna be more chases be popping up now because I have pre-recorded some of them, and also check out Project Rubber Mike next week. Next week, 9:15 and 9:30. That's when we start up. Side channel, of course, next Friday. And again, we'll catch you next time. All right. Peace out. Be careful this weekend because I know there was a lot of tornadoes and storms going through the week, so be careful out there. And also those in Europe, be careful as well too. All right. Peace out. Later.
Take care.